Ladies and gentlemen, final number 3, fighting out of the blue corner, Barry Oliver. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, Stephen Baldacchino.
Make some noise. Who you know fresher than whole? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? Yeah, hear me rap, it's like Han G rapping his prime. I'm young H.O., raps Grateful Dead. Rap to take over the globe, now break bread. I'm in Boeing Jets, Global Express. Out the country but the blueberries still connect. On the low with the yacht.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to bout number 4 of the evening. This is quarter-final number 3. This fight is brought to you by PBG Constructions. 3 by 3-minute rounds, K1 rules in the 65-kilogram weight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Darren Riddler Reese and Chris Tiger, out of the Riddler's Fight Gym with an official weight of 64.9 kilograms, wearing the black and white tie shorts. The fight record, 25 fights, 15 wins, 1 draw, 3 ending by way of knockout. Fighting out of Western Australia, ladies and gentlemen, Barry Oliver. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Mark Iavea, out of the IAP gym and the 44 gym, with an official weight of 64.8 kilograms, wearing black tie shorts with silver. A fight record, 29 fights, 20 wins with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Traralgon, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Baldacchino.
Big ovation for both fighters. Stephen Baldacchino, Victorian boy, takes on WA's Barry Oliver. Oliver, 25 fights. This is their 3rd fight of the 8-man tournament. Once again, Matt Billios, Mark the Hammer Casadegi, and Chris Bradford. This one's going to be a beauty. Barry Oliver, a big unknown to some Victorians, but very big raps on him.
Paul, you ready?
Well, what we're going to see here, Matt, is we are going to see a traditional Thai stylist from Riddler's gym against a K1 fighter from Mark's gym. So it's going to be an interesting matchup and see how the transition of styles works.
I think Baldacchino is going to be really comfortable under these rules and also hide and reach advantage. So he's going to be popping that jab out. And I suppose we saw in the last fight, Thai stylists tend to go forward, which could be counterproductive if they can't slip into a clinch. Yep. Nevertheless, you cannot ever underrate a fighter from Riddler's gym. Of course, the boys will be able and willing to adapt to whatever rules they're fighting. Chris Tiger White in the corner tonight, so they're here to make a statement.
I've actually had the pleasure of having Steve spar at my gym, guys, and one thing I did notice, very quick and very sharp and accurate with his hands, guys. So it was really good to have him down at the gym sparring.
Against Baldacchino, or crescent kick, nicely done. Crescent to axe.
Don't get to see him that much, do we? Crescent kicks.
Nothing we can do about it, guys.
Not a lot. On the
Nothing we can do about it. Fight.
Andy
Kyokushin moves, Chris. What do you think?
The Andy Hug days, mate.
Bring it back.
Yes.
And again
there
he
is
goes.
again.
Beautifully done, Baldacchino, putting on a show.
The heel just has to land on that back of the neck.
Tell you what.
Baldacchino looks focused tonight, guys.
Yeah, he's going to the body. He's trying to do what Moulay did. A couple up top, then a couple down to the body. Again, trying to preserve the legs as well. Turning hook, Baldacchino. But he's almost throwing, but he's sort of throwing it a little tentatively, I feel.
Baldacchino, you think, Mark?
Yeah, he's sort of throwing and moving out.
I was going to say he just looks a little bit tense.
He's got to back himself a bit more.
Oh,
Big pressure from Baldacchino. Of course, a lot of people come and turn out to see him. Also his wife Kim, when she fights, what a great couple they are in the combat sports, but with that comes its own pressure to perform, and at this point I think he's feeling those kicks of Oliver.
And Barry Oliver is putting on the pressure too, like a Thai fighter does, Mark. Walks forward. Realistically, looking for the clinch if it was a Thai fight, but under different rules. Once again, Steve coming back with the hands and taking the pressure off him, which is excellent work.
I think, yeah, the statement you made earlier was right. He looks a little tense, Baldacchino. When he relaxes and warms up a bit, you'll see him flow a little bit more fluently.
Good exchange by Baldacchino. He's having some success now with his hands.
Long punches, he needs to throw the punches, get in and move. Nice turning, spinning heel kick, Baldacchino. He's putting on a show for all here.
He's using his angles very nicely, Steve Baldacchino.
If Steve knocks Oliver out with an axe kick, I'm going to go up and pay Steve $100 myself, because that is an amazing way he's thrown those three. He's looking really on tonight. And like you said earlier, Hammer, Barry Oliver is definitely no slouch. Coming from Riddler's gym, they are as tough as they come.
End of round number 1.
What a start.
Yeah, good solid
Victoria
hard
versus
style
Western
walk
Australia.
up from Oliver. But Baldacchino on the outside, probably a little bit more work rate, I'd say. But pretty even first round to start.
Yeah, I think
Round 2.
round number 2.
Barry continuing with that forward pressure. Walking forward, chopping the leg. That's a hard chop. That's that dead sound we really know is hurting the front leg when it makes that noise, Hammer.
Yeah, Baldacchino now transitioning nicely from upper to lower attacks. But Oliver keeps coming forward and keeping that pressure on. Just a little bit confounded by Baldacchino's constant movement. He's not being a sitting target at all, Baldacchino. And you sort of get the feeling that Oliver likes to stand and trade. Baldacchino having none of it at this point.
Yeah.
Guys, I've commentated for a few years. I know you guys have been in and out of the gym. Baldacchino's always seemed to me a confidence fighter. If he gets a good start, he really rolls into some good wins.
Yeah, good point, Matty. I agree with that. I think once he gets his groove, gets his eye in, and you know, he gets a few good shots on his opponent, he only grows in stature from there.
Do we think the $10,000 is playing on his mind at all, boys?
What's the score? Over there.
It was an accident. It definitely was an accident. The crescent kick
Yep,
at
one
the
little-
same time.
A little bit low.
Call time for a low blow.
The two dustboard dusters clap
You
together
got
and a big
five.
puff of dust.
No worries. Time. Hey.
As we continue, Baldacchino comes out explosively.
Baldacchino, after getting that low blow, has come back, wants to move around and just get his composure back. Of course, Oliver back to where he was, trying to get on the inside and keep the pressure on, looking for that inside thigh, straight lead.
Remember, as I said earlier on, when Steve was at my gym, he's got a beautiful counter left hook hammer. So if he can land that on the way in, as he's trying there.
Just throws it as you said that.
Yeah.
Again, just popping the jab, but he sort of pops the jab and almost steps back off it.
It's like a counter, yeah. Oh, good, beautiful kicks from Steve.
Baldacchino putting on a show for the big crowd here tonight. Alpha Fight Series. Peter Hatton and Slim Ashner doing a fine job in putting this 8-man together, and a stacked card indeed all around it.
Unbelievable card tonight.
See Steve going to the front leg and then going to the rear leg there, guys. Very impressive. Always good to see intelligence in the ring, boys.
Steve's got a big scar on his right ribs, so Ben Thompson really doing some damage. If you get a good camera angle.
That switch lead from
And again,
Oliver.
it's a left kick.
The switch
Oliver.
lead from Oliver is paying some dividends when he lands it, but Baldacchino countering nicely. Even though he's backing up, he's still throwing some good shots. But geez, Oliver's not giving him any time to breathe at all, keeping that pressure on. Chris, what do you think? Do you think the strategy's right from the boy from Perth?
At the moment, I think it worked in the first round, Hammer, but Steve sort of seems to be reading it better now and is out-pointing him, I feel. But there we go. When he pressure's back, he comes forward.
Round
He's doing the
number
right
2.
things.
A better round for Oliver, but still perhaps
We want to thank our great
Baldacchino
sponsors,
slightly ahead.
PBG.
Go, guys. Touch gloves. Steve. Touch gloves.
Third and final
This
round,
is the
very
third
even
and
fight.
final round.
Some could have it one around apiece, some people could have it maybe 2-0 to Baldacchino. Let me tell you though, Barry Oliver was very, very solid that last 45 seconds of the second round, but Stevie Baldacchino, absolutely beautiful there.
And a big thank you to all the major sponsors tonight. Donutopia, send some donuts our way. Chris Bradford won't have them. I'll have his share.
They're not on the AK Physiques program,
I
Tommy Hammer.
don't think Chris's body's ever seen a donut, Mark.
And BPG Financial Services Business Group, thanks to them. And of course, Bradley Constructions. See their name on the corner post of the fighters. All those great companies getting behind Alpha Series. And another axe kick from Baldacchino just for the highlight reel.
Tell you what, the boys have ramped up the hands too. They're trading off nicely before. Beautiful counters, beautiful leads.
Very even.
Oliver going forward, and he has a bit of success with that switch lead left kick. I'd like to see him roll the right cross left hook after it as he closes distance off it.
The only problem is he does, and he has success with it, Hammer, but the one kick is not weighing up to Steve's 3 or 4 more techniques.
Looks to have a bit of a sore leg now, Oliver. Baldacchino may have found an opening. Oliver still throws caution to the wind, goes forward, Barry Oliver. Switches off that lead again. Needs to do more off it, though.
Steve's right side is red raw, though. He's just having that left kick, which is all he's landed predominantly tonight with a few strikes. But
switch,
power.
Chops away, big power kicks. And you can see Barry Oliver, have a look at the size of his thighs. He's got a bit of muscle there and a bit of power behind those legs. He's shorter and stockier. It looks to be generating a lot of power in the kick department.
Big Western Australian thighs there, Mark.
Yeah. Steve moving around now, trying to stay out of the way of Oliver's power, just moving around. I think he feels like he might be on top now.
Oliver's a bulldog, isn't he? Just continue to come forward. How much will this impress the judges in scoring a tight round?
I think he's used to, used to going forward and getting in the clinch there. I'd say Chris, as we spoke about earlier, but under K1 rules, you've got to stay busy and you've got to keep everything moving from the outside.
Both boys starting
Final
to
30
a little bit
seconds.
ginge now. I think the leg kicks have played a bit of a toll for both boys now.
Very excited. This Melbourne Crowd Alpha Fight Series, and one of these guys will make the semi-final. It has been a close one, make no mistake. And this crowd very, very excited.
Oh, there's that cracking left kick again. Oh, Steve's thrown everything but the kick
What
and
a
sink.
great fight.
That is it of the fight,
Let me tell you,
ladies
the
and gentlemen,
judges will be
quarterfinal number
tested
3.
a little bit more. Well done to both fighters.
wonder if we'll,
and Barry Oliver.
I wonder if we'll see our first draw, boys. What's the
Yeah,
chances of that?
and you know what? Chris Tiger White got in the corner there, Barry Oliver, and just told him to breathe deep. And didn't have those signal of, it's over. So they might think that it's a draw and they could go to the next one. But I'd say Baldacchino may just have edged ahead on this one.
Both fighters to the centre of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. We have a majority points decision. Your winner and moving through to semi-final number 2 is red corner, Stephen Baldacchino.
Majority's point decision.
2 round applause for Barry Oliver, all the way from Western Australia, an absolute
Baldacchino
warrior.
moves on and will take on the winner of Sam Bark and Quaid from New Zealand. So Bark or Quaid, who will it be that matches up against Baldacchino?